The New Year's is literally about to roll around in like a couple hours. Sorry, my voice is a little bit cracky. I just finished Stranger Things season 5. Wow. Stranger Things season 5 is officially done. Stranger Things is done. So, getting into spoilers. Big spoilers. Here she comes. You've been warned. Volume 3 actually shocked me more than I thought it would. Like, so throughout volume 1 and 2, volume 1 was very good. Volume 2 was a little bit underwhelming, but it was good. Volume 3 is just as good as the first one, but if not better. But I really do feel like that is actually the end. Like, the end. Like, there's nothing after that. I really do feel like that because it answered so many questions. It answered so much more than it should, actually. It answered a little bit. It didn't answer much about the wormhole. It didn't answer much about that, but I feel good for watching it. It's so complete. It's such a completed arc. Like, it is a very fantastic arc. That is the end. That is the end of Netflix whole entire build-up arc. It's done. It's done. Netflix is screwed after this. They might go bankrupt just like Warner. I'm just kidding. So, they still got Stranger Things. They still got Squid Game. Actually, Squid Game is done. But Squid Game was okay. But Stranger Things Season 5 definitely did. I felt like it was going to exceed the boundaries of television. But it didn't even have to because it still was very sad. So, and after the Funko Pop incident with Steve, I honestly did feel like Steve was actually going to die. And I already saw a lot of the buzz going around on Twitter, on YouTube, and TikTok, and Instagram, and stuff like that, that Steve was gonna die. But it's kind of late for that, considering the fact that he not only did survive, but he survived to be a sex ed teacher and had a happy ending. So I'm glad about that. I'm actually very glad about that Steve survived. Literally no main characters survived. No main characters died. The only one that did die was alive. Well, she didn't necessarily die. It's just a theory that she's alive, but let's just get to the thing. So, it starts off with everybody. Henry is now officially Vecna. He's been Vecna, but like he's arced into Vecna forever. So, actually, I just want to say, my mind was not blown while watching it though. Volume 3 was good, but my mind was not blown. It was okay. It was good. It was good. It was, well, I wouldn't say it was underwhelming, but if you were watching it, if you watched all the way from 2016, you would cry yourself to sleep. Like, actually, you wouldn't even care about the New Year's at this point. You would cry yourself to sleep. I started watching around like 2020, and that's it. But even then, it still brings a tear to the strongest man. But even though it wraps up so many character arcs, and it starts building new ones, like Derek, like Holly, like all those other kids. So, there will definitely not be a season 6. I'm willing to bet that there was going to be... Here's how I thought it was going to play out. I thought season 5 was going to be like, at the end, after credits, they're going to show Vecna somehow still alive, like Twitch. And they're like, season 6 coming to Netflix in January 13, 2036. But I'm actually glad that didn't happen. I'm very glad. So, Vecna officially dies. He's dead for good this time. And that's basically it. That is it. And, the Upside Down is still a thing. No, it's not. It got exploded. And 11 sacrifices her life to save all her... Well, we don't know if she sacrificed her life, but let's just say that. Let's just say that she sacrificed her life. I mean, we probably don't, but let's say she did. You know what she could have done to handle it? You know what she could have done? She could have started a whole new life. She could have started a new life, no more trauma. But she decides to sacrifice her life to save all her friends, all the people that saved her, especially Hopper. That was very sad to watch. I actually started crying. It wasn't necessarily as emotional as people were saying it, but it was definitely the most emotional thing I've seen. Like, it was very sad. I will admit that. I'm telling you, it was a little bit sad. But my mind was not blown, though. It was, I kind of expected all that to happen. I expected 11's death to be a lot worse, though. I expected that something like she was gonna sacrifice her life from the Mind Flayer or from Vecna or something. That would have been an even cooler ending. But, and then it probably would have been more official that 11 was dead, but I'm kind of glad that didn't happen. Because even if she is alive, even if she is dead, at least she can finally be at rest. Either way, she'll finally be at rest. Either in heaven or on earth, seeking peace and happiness. So she can finally be at rest. That is the end of 11. Like, the end of her arc, basically. And, for some reason, it takes, 18 months later, they make all the characters look older than they should. Like, I looked it up. Steve is, like, 21 in Stranger Things Season 5. I think 22 or 21. But it's after 18 months after all the incidents. Hawkins graduates, Mike, the whole gang graduates. And, why did they make Robin look so elderly? Like, if you look in the actual show, they made Robin, they did my girl Robin so bad. They made her look so catastrophically elderly that for some reason I honestly contemplated that this was taking place in 2016 or 17. I honestly contemplated that this was taking place in the 2000s, not even the 80s anymore. But surprisingly, it was good. But they wrapped up every single character arc, and I'm very glad the way that Stranger Things Season 5 ended. I would definitely call this a fitting ending. Sorry, Squid Game. I would call this a fitting ending. So, and you know what? I don't think I want to be any more Stranger Things after this one. Like, I don't want there to be another oh wait, there's another television show coming out. There's an animated version. Why can't they stop goofing off their own money? So, but the main show is done, therefore. So, Stranger Things Season 5, no matter how you look at it, is very sad. It's not sad enough to blow you away, though. It's sad enough to catch you off guard. There was a lot of scenes that catched me off guard during the watch part. 2 hours and 8 minutes for a finale is still very much worth it because it was very good and it worked out in the end. But that's pretty much it. See ya. Happy New Year.